Welcome back to Say Yes to You. This is my channel where I love to discuss things related to spirituality, meditation, personal development, and a lot of law of attraction, as well as other universal laws. It's my goal that inside of every video, I'll be able to offer you a tip, trick, technique, tool that you can use to begin to say yes to you sooner than later. The last video that I posted was about nervousness and how there are different things that you can do to mitigate those symptoms of nervousness. One of them was resourcing. And speaking about resourcing, it reminded me of the law of attraction technique from the book Ask and It Is Given, called The Book of Positive Aspects. And it was kind of off the cuff, but I said, I should make a video about that. So here is that video about the Book of Positive Aspects. I'm going to be looking down at my notes because I love these topics so much. I really have the potential to ramble on, but I do want I love structure and seeing people speak in a concise manner. So that's what's going to help me do that. So most of us are going to be familiar with the law of attraction. Most of us are very familiar with Abraham Hicks' work. If not, they talk about something called the emotional guidance scale. And feel free to look at other videos that really go into depth. I'm not even sure if there are any, but it's information that is really readily available out there on the internet. So the emotional guidance scale. So when dealing with the Book of Positive Aspects, what they say is that if you are dealing with frustration, irritation, or impatience, if you're there on that emotional guidance scale, this particular tool, the Book of Positive Aspects, is going to be something that you will find beneficial. And what they say is that what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a notebook and, actually, let me say, what they recommend is that you buy yourself a new notebook, something that, is visually appealing, something that feels good in your hand, but a fresh, empty notebook. What you're going to do is write at the top of a page the subject or topic that you would like to focus on to raise your vibration around. And you're going to ask yourself, what is it that I love about this thing so much? And you're going to get to writing and writing and writing. And the idea is that you're not force yourself, you're going to just allow the information to flow. And because of the law of attraction, as you're focusing in on that particular subject, more things to love are going to spring forward. What they say is once you've gotten your fill with that first subject, you're going to turn the page and write a new subject, either, a couple of words or a brief description of the subject, and sit back and ask yourself, what is it that I love about this person? What is it that I love about the situation? What is it I love about this thing or this place? And again, you're going to begin to write all the things that you love about it. And what they recommend is you do that for about 20 minutes. The idea being, you are taking the subject and you are raising your vibration around the subject. So maybe you'll find that there are mostly positive things around that subject, but there are some holdouts on that particular subject, some things that, you don't love it 100%. But because you're really focusing in on the things that you do love, the perception, the feelings, generally speaking, are going to rise to a level that the other things begin to fall away. So what I could talk about is my own personal experience, excuse me, in using this Book of Positive Aspects. In some other video, I talked about, I've had many supervisors, right? Most of us have had many supervisors. Some are good, some not so much. But I had a particular supervisor who I found to be, misogynistic, racist, generally a rude person. And having to interact with this person was really a source of great irritation for me. But because I had access to this tool, I put the tool to work so that I began to focus on the positive aspects of this person and the situation. Some of the positive aspects that I came up with were, with the misogynistic or racist jokes, this is a stretch now, but I began to think, at least this is a person who has a desire to make people laugh. At least he wants to be jovial. Okay, fine. When I would see him trying to help me or help other people, I would focus in on that particular aspect. Okay, this is someone who wants to help. It may not come out in the best ways, but at least the desire to be of service is there. When I would find those things that I could really, grab hold on, I would milk them for everything there was so I could conjure up the feeling, really feel that feeling, because again, the feelings are the currency of the universe. When you are feeling it, that's what is attractive. It's one thing to simply write it out on a piece of paper. It's another thing to simply think it or say it very dryly, but no. When you can really conjure up the feeling, that's what's bringing more of it to you. So they say that as you are looking for more positivity in the situation, you're going to get more positivity. And in my case, what began to happen is his behavior towards me began to change for the better. At first, I'm like, is this magic? No, it's not magic. It's, universal law. It's a thing that really happened. And another example that I have from my personal life is more recent, actually as recent as the day before the posting of this video. There are times when I do feel that irritation, that dread of going into work. But what I do is I focus on the good things about the environment, the good things about the people, what it is that I'm going to offer the people, how I can be of service. So as I'm focused in on those things, yes, my vibration begins to rise, and it's a totally different experience compared to when I do these things versus when I do not do these things. When I did those things yesterday, what I found was, although it was, many, many hours, it didn't seem like it. The day just really flowed. And most beautifully, my day was full of synchronicities. Some people might say coincidence. I don't believe there's no such thing as a coincidence. So they was filled with synchronicities. And the synchronicities in my case were thinking of people that would be useful for me to consult with towards a particular end. Now, generally speaking, this person may be in another part of the building. Maybe they're not at work that day. Who knows? But I would merely think of the person and I would turn a corner and the person would be right there, making my experience that much easier. So what I would also like to say is, if you're a purist and you want to do it exactly as described in the book, fantastic. I would say that you can use your laptop, you can use your telephone, you can merely think of the positive aspects. And a lot of times, like especially, just getting out of my car and walking up to work, I'm just thinking of the thing. The most important part of the practice is the feeling. So as you're typing out on your laptop or typing out on your phone, you're feeling the feelings. And as you feel those good feelings about that topic, only good things can begin to show up from the universe by way of the law of attraction. I think that's pretty much all I want to say about it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Again, the Book of Positive Aspects, you are simply getting out a book, a notepad, writing out the subject, all the beautiful, wonderful, loving things about the subject. More practically, I would say, when you have something that's a source of irritation, frustration to you, that's where you're really putting your efforts, because the payoff is going to be so, so wonderful. You can use it in that example as well. We have to reach, but think of things that are pleasant at a minimum. And then the more pleasant, nice, whatever. But as you're thinking of those good things, you'll find that more and more come to you. And then the situation really does have the potential to change, and it really will change. That is it. That is all I wanted to say about this. So if you found this information to be helpful to you, go ahead and like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I was challenged today to invite you to come over to Instagram. My Instagram name is say yes to you underscore now. And I also do, nice little postings over on Instagram, not as verbose as I am here, just, little snippets. So thank you for joining me again, and I will see you the next time. Bye bye.